Let's talk about the fight. Up until round number 8, you could argue that Regis Prograis was winning the fight against Jack Catterall here, October the 26th, 2024. In round number 9, Jack Catterall brutally dropped Regis Prograis with a left hand, then dropped him again at the end of the round. So 2 knockdowns in round number 9. Earlier in the fight, in round number 5, Regis Prograis, in a grazing shot, but Jack Catterall's glove hit the canvas, dropped Jack Catterall. So going into round number 9, you could say that Regis Prograis was probably winning the fight. And on my card, Regis Prograis needed at least the last 2 rounds to get it to win or get a draw in the fight. By the way, I got some highlights of the knockdown I'm going to show you. Another issue is in round number 12, the final round, Regis Prograis was flopping all over the place because something happened to his ankle where he couldn't apply pressure on, I believe it was the right ankle. And if you go back and look at round number 12, you can see he was having some significant issues pushing forward and pressing off of it. But not to take anything away from Jack Catterall, because it looks like he was on his way to winning the fight. And he is going to win the fight. He should win the fight, but I'm interested to see what the scorecards are going to be. Tony Bellew had his unofficial scorecard, but trust me, it was some bullshit. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Now the winner is supposed to go on to fight the winner of Liam Paro and Richardson Hitchins for the IBF title at 140 pounds. And the question is, will Regis Prograis remain at top level, or is he at top level anymore? I don't know. See, it's like this. A lot of people feel that Jack Catterall should be the undisputed champ, or should have been the undisputed champion of the world after beating Josh Taylor. So for Regis to even have been in the fight and winning the fight, I don't think that he's done. I just think that in the pocket, he was gambling too much, testing his chin, and he got dropped. Remember, he got dropped by who fans consider a feather-fisted fighter in Devin Haney. You know? So, but what I'm interested in is seeing these scorecards. Now, let's go look at the rankings. I'll break down the 140-pound division for you really quickly. Oh, wait, listen in. Let's see what they got to say. They're about to read the cards. Anyway, Alberto Puglio is supposed to be taking on Sandor Martin, likely on the undercard of Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Let me mute that. Rayo, we're waiting to see what he's going to do, but he split from his trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., and there's some heavy speculation that he may be joining the Saudis. Remember, he had beat Isaac Cruz, was offered a fight with Tank Davis at 135, but declined it, naturally so, because he's fighting at 140 and a champion at 140. Liam Paro's taking on Richardson Hitchins in December. Teofimo Lopez, we don't know what he's doing. He's having contract issues with Top Rank.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in Manchester, England.
Don't be surprised if these cards are crazy.
Scorecards. Manuel Oliver Palomo, 117-108.
Crazy.
Bob Williams and Dave Braslow both scored about 116-109. All 3 for your winner by unanimous.
That 117-108 is crazy.
And the new WBO International Super Lightweight Champion, Jack.
The right man won, though. The right man won that. Let's go see what the fans have to say. And listen to some interviews.
Of one of the most important nights in his career. Eddie Hearn was saying at the weigh-in yesterday, and we'll hear more shortly for sure, that a world title fight.
Let's see here. Oh, latest. Let's see what fans have to say. No, Prograis. Let's see here.
This win against Prograis, who we thought was maybe not the fight that he once was, but I think tonight it was probably his best performance for a while. was a
I can agree with this, that Catterall had a wounded Prograis in the last 3 rounds and he didn't do anything. I can agree with that. But those cards were, you know, 117, 108. That's pretty wild to me. We're waiting to see or listen to the post-fight interview. And also Eddie Hearn has a mic, so of course he's going to talk some jive. But yeah, it makes perfect sense for the winner to go on the fight of Richardson, Hitchins, and Liam Paro. And even though I'm not high on both Paro or Hitchins, I consider that a 50-50 fight. Still, at least we got a storyline, at least. Oh, listen in.
For you tonight, and when you look at a boxer's story, the next fight always becomes the most important, especially when they're so well positioned heading into an opening bell like you were tonight with Regis Prograis. This was called the final hurdle. How pleased are you to have come over this obstacle and seemingly locked in a world title shot next year?
Yeah, I'm pleased. It was a big occasion for me, big event. The opening of the Corp Live, a tremendous fighter in Regis, so I knew I had to be on my game, and Regis come tonight and give me a hell of a fight, so I'm happy with that.
KG opening 4 rounds, I think it's safe to say the battle for the lead hand sometimes can be seen when it's Southpaw versus Southpaw. What adjustments did you have to make through 36 minutes to make sure you got the win?
Yeah, we had a cagey couple of rounds. I felt Regis's power. Obviously, he's a strong fighter. I watched it back, but it felt like a slip. And Jamie said, look, we're starting to slip behind now, so... But I knew I couldn't take too many gambles. He's a hell of a fighter, 2-time world champion, so... And I think I come back into it, scored the 2 knockdowns, and started to progress from there.
You mentioned that 5th round. That is when the momentum certainly seemed to change, and certainly the pace of the fight. You talked about a slip there. What do you remember from when you were... It was scored a knockdown, of course, in that 5th round?
Coming on, we were coming forward, throwing some shots. It probably glanced off me. I felt a slip. I went over. I wasn't buzzed, but I got a counter.
It was a glancing slip, I guess you could say.
And a massive moment for you in that 9th round. But coming into the 10th, the verdict from commentary was Jack Catterall needs to jump on Regis Prograis now, but it seemed that word patience was very important to you tonight.
Yeah, we have to stay disciplined. You can't be taking too many risks. After that strong round, I knew I needed to press, but at the same time, you don't want to go in reckless against a strong fighter like Regis. And
it seems where you're at now, like we say, a world title shot is next, and we're going to ask Eddie Hearn about that. But what does Jack Catterall have his eyes on now? When you look at the champions, you're so well positioned. This your WBO international belt as well. What is the preference for you, Jack?
I would love to come back to the Corp and fight. I know there's plenty of big fights in my division. Eddie's the man, Matchroom. They've got all the world champions.
That was that knockdown.
I want a world title next.
Just before we bring in Eddie Hearn, I'm going to give a chance for Regis Prograis to speak. A round of applause for Regis Prograis, a brilliant fighter. Regis,
I want to hear what happens to his ankle.
You said you'd had a brilliant camp and things had felt different.
He still was losing though.
Into this fight than they had in the Haney fight and they had in the Zarilla fight, but over the 36 minutes, what perhaps weren't you able to effectively execute against Jack Catterall?
Yeah, listen, Jack was just better. That's all. Jack was the better man. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like he was the better man. He deserves a world title fight. I mean, I think, to be honest, I fought the best of them so far. I think Jack is probably the top I fought, so he definitely deserves a world title next. Give this man a round of applause. I hope Eddie Hearn, Sam Jones do the right thing. Give him a world title. He definitely deserves it. Just like he said, you know, I had my time in the sun, and it's time to turn over him. Good job, Jack. And you was fucking really good, bro. Really, I fought the best of them. You was the best so far, you know. And I'll give you tips. I'll talk to you about things later. Yeah.
That's certainly a serious compliment to receive there, Jack, from Regis. And in terms of the fight, obviously heading into this, Regis, the big verdict from you was the dream to become a 3-time world champion. Where does tonight leave that ambition for you now?
Now it might be time to go to bare knuckle or something like that. I think that's. Listen, let him go. He has the WBO international now. Let him go be a champion. Obviously, I'll go talk to my team and stuff, but I think maybe 12 rounds might be too much for me now. You know, I started fading in the later rounds. I hurt my knee. I hurt my ankle. You know, and it's not because of it's not because I don't know, but it's because it's just getting too long, I think. So I think for now, go to bare knuckle, do something else, and let the.
Oh, he must already got.
Regis, whatever you do next, you put New Orleans on the map, a brilliant 14-year professional journey as a boxer, 2-time world champion. Whatever you do next, we wish you all the very best.
He must already got a bare knuckle deal somewhere.
Eddie, firstly, just your verdict.
Let's hear the fast car.
Yeah, you know, it was a high-level fight. 3 rounds were cagey, and then the knockdown really spurred it into action. But can I just say as well, Regis Prograis, proper fighter, came over for America to risk it in a 50-50. He done his ankle, he got knocked down, he got hurt, he never stopped trying. Absolute warrior, whatever he does next. But this guy is probably the most underrated fighter in the world, right? What an 11 months, right? In 11 months, he's headlined in Liverpool. He beat Jorge Linares. He's headlined in Leeds. He beat Josh Taylor. And now he's headlined for the first time at Co-op Live in Manchester and beat Regis Prograis, all in 11 months.
He's just not active enough. He's active now.
And in the words of the great Sam Jones, right hand on God, this man needs a world title shot next.
In terms of who, when you look at the preference of the champions, a big fight coming up December 7th, Puerto Rico, Richardson Hitchins.
Let's see what Richardson Hitchins had to say.
Winner of that versus Jack.
Of course, look, for us, we have Liam Paro fighting Richardson Hitchins December 7th in Puerto Rico. The winner of that fight, we want to put that straight forward to them to fight Jack Catterall next. For me, this WBO belt, he should be #1 with the WBO. I would love to bring Teofimo Lopez to Manchester as well and give him a good ass kicking. I would love to see that, and Jack can do it, but whatever way it goes. And I've got to say as well, the support from Chorley has been absolutely fantastic. They've helped him around 11 months all around. And, you know, in a world full of screaming and shouting and flash watches and flash cars and this and that and your mama's this and your mama's that, how good is it to have a proper good man representing Chorley, Lancashire, Great Britain? He deserves a world title fight. He's one of the top fighters in Britain. Jack Catterall, I believe, could well be the #1 in the division. Time to finally prove it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Co-op.
We're going to see.
Thank you, DAZN. Well done, Jack. You're a hell of a fighter.
Thank you. Jack, last couple to you. I'm not sure if you ever got your honeymoon with your wife. Lauren, you got married just after the Josh Taylor fight. Of course.
Hiss, name Sam Jones, hiss.
And honeymoon in one to Puerto Rico to watch Liam Paro, Richardson Hitchins.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to switch off, spend some family time together. It's been a good year.
Well, let's bring in Sam Jones. Sam, you do tend to catch the headlines. A lot of the time it's positive for all the brilliant work you do as a manager, securing big nights like this for your fighters. This week, maybe you wouldn't have been too happy with some of the headlines you got, but firstly, your verdict on watching your man win that fight tonight.
Listen, Jack's a special fighter, but as is Regis, and Regis told me there that I think he's going to bow out the sport. So what a fighter he is.
Damn,
He's
Regis.
left with my record. He's took my O. So congratulations to Regis on a fantastic display there. But Jack Catterall's going to get a world title fight next. Eddie's promised. So both hands to God. World title next.
Sam Jones, great stuff. Jack, final one to this crowd, your message to leave the word tonight.
This was a monumentous moment for me. Chorley, Manchester, the whole of the United Kingdom come out to support me. Thank you.
£140, the world awaits. Jack Catterall, congratulations to you, well done. Guys, back to you.
So, that Richardson Hitchins fight is taking place when? Let me check real quick. Give me 1 minute. I think is it November the 27th or is it in December? December the 7th. We're gonna have Liam Paro taking on Richardson Hitchins in Puerto Rico. Weird. Regis Prograis, he must have already been in prior talks with Bare Knuckle because look how he just kept throwing their name out there. So I'm going to cover Regis Prograis and Bare Knuckle. I can't wait to see what he'll be able to do. Austin Trout is seemingly thriving over there. In fact, let's go take a look. Take a little gander. Bare. You know, I live. The owner of BKFC lives in my neighborhood. Their office is around here. No, not you. Get out of here. There we go. Let's see here. So here's where he plans on going. Look, they even got a... Oh, no, I don't want your damn cookies. So as you can see, fighters, world champions. Let's see who he would be fighting. I'm guessing he would be at 140 somewhere. Cruiserweight. Let's see. As you can see, they got Austin Trout, who's their welterweight champion. Let's see who they got at lightweight. I don't know any of these people. Oh, yeah, I knew Jeremy Stevens. Bryce Henry, heard of him before. So, yeah, I mean, if that's where you want to go, he'll make some money over there. And also, you can tell by his post-fight interview, he was pretty much saying that his body's shutting down. Sad to see, man. But, you know, he had a pretty solid career. Wait, was he ever world champion? Damn, he never became world champion. Oh, yeah, he did. Zepeda was vacant. And then Haney took it from him. I remember that. Well, he became world champion. He had some big fights. So let's go look at all of his big fights. The Terry Flanagan fight at the time was big. Josh Taylor was a big fight. Devin Haney, Jack Catterall. Those was his biggest fights. Abel Ramos, that aged well. That was back in 2015. But remember also, Regis Prograis is 35 years old. And once your body starts shutting down, Agent 47. Once your body starts shutting down, that's pretty much it. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Make sure you like the video. You can follow me on Twitter. The links are down below in the description box. And see you guys later on.